What up, everybody? On our last video, we ended up putting in our lock to our door and the key functionality to unlock that lock. So today I want to go ahead and finish up our level 7 by adding in the button over behind these walls to generate the teleporter over here, and the teleporter will teleport us to level 8 or the boss room. So let's go ahead and jump into the code. The first thing I think we need to do is move our gates as soon as we collect our lock. So to do that, we will come back in to our function, and over here into our class, we need to come up here to our walls class, and we just need to make a function. So go definition move underscore level 7 underscore wall. We're not going to take self this time. The only thing we're going to take for a parameter or an argument is which lock is it. So if lock collected is 1, that we know that we use the key on it and it's going to disappear, we want our walls to move out of the way. So right here, we will go level 7 underscore cage 1 F is the bottom image, and we want to move that towards the bottom of the screen, so we will just add it by 2. And then if that level 7 cage has reached a certain point, we will say is greater than or equal to 500. It is going to stay at that coordinate, so it doesn't just fly off the screen. It is equal to 500, just like we did with our other gates. So and then we'll do the same thing for the other side. Level 7 cage 2F is less than, we'll say 150, then level 7 cage 2F is equal to 250. And I totally did this wrong. We have to do it by the rectangle. So the rect Y. And we have to do level 7 cage the 2 front rect dot Y. That way it knows which way it needs to go. And then we also need to tell these that these are the dot its rect coordinate. This would have been interesting to watch if we ran it, for sure. This is why we always got to double check and read over our code before we run it, as we make silly mistakes like that all the time. There we go. So now it's saying if this lock is collected, it will move our cages up and down and then stop at these coordinates. And it does not have a self parameter. So over here in our function, we do not need to call lock level 7 or whatever. We just need to call the class itself, which is lock. And then we just want to call that move. Okay, what did we call it? I'm sorry, we have to go back and look at see what we called this. Walls. Walls, not locks. Walls dot move level 7 wall, and then we need to tell it after we collect our lock from level 7. So there we go. Now they're telling it that we want it to move as soon as we collect level 7. Let's go ahead and try it out. Okay, so now we got to go ahead and open up the gates. Open up the gates. And now we got to go get our key. Oh, he still got me. That's right. They go through walls. And there we go. Oh, that's a weird little glitch. Okay, well, we need to go ahead and see what's going on with that. Yep, it would be over here. Oh, because I typed the wrong number. And this one should go down just a little bit farther. We'll try this one last time. So we'll collect that, push that button, we'll push that button. We'll run down here, push that button to open up the gate, collect our key. Run over here. That looks much better. So now we are going to add another button of button number 4 for this level right here. And as soon as we press that button, we will make our teleporter end up over in this area. So let's go add our button. So remember that was under our stars class. So right here, we want to make a star 7. And I do not have the coordinates for this. So that is 180 and 655. So let's try it at... Oh, I need to see this. 11. So the width... No, we need 11. We're just going to go width minus our width. For the width of that, and this needs to go... Okay, well, we know it's going to be 128. And then our height, go ahead and put at 400, and then these are 128 and our 128, and it needs to know it's going to be on... Okay, never mind. I thought we were doing the teleporter. Whoops. So we need to go 84 by 72 and then 0, and then need to do this minus 72. Okay, let's go ahead and put that in our list. Star 7. Now let's go ahead and test this, see what we get. That's actually not bad. Not bad at all for our first attempt at that. It should already have functionality. It should already turn green. I just want to go ahead and test that. Open our gates and press the button. There we go. That button is working. Now, as soon as we press this button, we need the teleporter to show up over here. So we need to go down to our teleporter class and make another teleporter, which is right here. And now we need to go tele underscore 3 is equal to teleport. And for the width, let's just see what it looks like in the middle of the screen. And we want that at pretty much the bottom of the screen. And now our width and our height is 128 by 128. This is 0. This is 3, and then this will be 7. Okay, so now we need to put in our draw up here. If self.level is equal to 7, and then we want to animate our object in 0. So now we can go back to our function, and let's just put it on the screen for now to see where it's at. Telly. Okay, now let's test it out. We won't have to press any of the buttons this time. We just need to see where it's at. In the middle of the screen is pretty... Okay, so it's there, but we need to move it over just a little bit. So let's go ahead, instead of width divided by 2, we're going to make it times, and we want it only like 40% of into the screen. So that is 40% of the width. Still about the same. That's because 40 is close to 50. So let's just do 20%. Let's see. It's not moving. Because I was changing the wrong one. Ha, silly me. So we'll make it like that. Now it should move, now that we've changed the correct one. Hey, look at that. But maybe not that far. So we'll do 3, 5. Test game. That should be okay. That should be pretty much in the middle of where I want it. Yeah. All right. So now that we have our teleporter on the screen in the position that we want it, we only want this to show up as soon as we hit our button. So let's write that into the code. And down here, remember we need to add it to our mc.star7.collected. And then we need to make this a greater than. So just like we did before with our gates, we can go if total is equal to 4, we want to mc.telly, we can just drag that down. So we can just drag this down into here. So now this is telling it if, unless my total isn't 4, I do not want this on the screen. Let's go ahead and see if that's working. What happened? If total is less than is tuple in oh, hold on guys, let's see what's going on here. We were just running it. Oh, I see our problem. right here because I forgot to. I put a comma instead of a plus. So now everything should be working again. MC dot telly underscore 3 dot draw underscore telly in our screen. Okay, now that should be working. Okay, sorry about that. So our teleporter is not on the screen. So we press that button, we press that button. Avoid our rat. Press that button. Got our key. Opened up our lock. Pressed our button, and there is our teleporter. So now, last but not least, we need to be able to teleport as soon as we get to the teleporter. And so to do that, we just need to go on our collision. Let us go back and look to see how we did it in our other level really fast for a reference. Oh, that's right. So now under here, if it is on the screen, we will go on telly is equal to pygame dot rect dot collide rect, and this is going to be MC turtle per pull. Excuse me, I cannot spell. And then our value on where we want it to disappear us at, which is probably going to be the width times 0.35, and our y is going to be height minus 128. So if on teleporter we want to go MC.turtle level plus equals 1, and then we want 1 MC turtle rect x to be equal to 0. Actually, we'll put that at 64, and then our MC turtle rect y is going to be height divided by 2. Okay, so now this right here should tell it that we are on the point we want to consider we're on the teleporter, and then it should teleport us. Let's go ahead and test that out. Oops, we forgot to go .rect. That's what this error is telling me down here. It got confused. It didn't know which rectangle to use. Invalid rect. All 4 fields must be numeric. All 4 fields? What else are we missing? And then our x and our y. Well, let's go look at our other one, see what we did up here. We did on teleporter collide point, not collide rect. Whoops, that is our problem. So collide point Now, one more try. There we go. So we'll hit our first button. We'll hit our second button. We'll hit our third button. We'll come over here. We'll select the key. We'll press our button, make our teleporter appear. Okay, it does work, but our coordinates a little off. So let's go ahead and fix our coordinates here. So we want it maybe at 0.4 and 64. Now let's go ahead and test that one last time. Get the key, open it up, hit our teleporter button. Okay, that is much better. So I think that is going to finish up our level 7. Unless we wanted to add a 1-up, which we should probably do, but we can do that later or on the next video as we figure out where we want to put it and what the background and how the boss fight on level 8 is going to go. Once again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.